morning, Girl Scouts. How are you today? I'm doing pretty good. I'm really excited. I have tea of the coffee bean, aka coffee, this morning, so we're off to a good start. Today we are really kicking it off with knot tying. We finished up our gratitude journal series. If you haven't checked that out yet, you can go over to the YouTube channel and there can start practicing your gratitude journal. But today we are going to learn how to tie the figure 8 knot. And I always love starting off with a little bit of history here. We are learning a knot that is about 1,000 years old. So people have been using the figure 8 knot for about 1,000 years. Really incredible. This is ancient knowledge. And we use this figure 8 knot for so many things today, whether that's sailing, rock climbing. People use it for decorative knots also. But one of the reasons why we're learning this today is if you're ever interested in rock climbing or getting out there and trying to going to a rock climbing gym to test it out, or your friends are like, hey, you should come rock climbing with us, you can impress them with this figure 8 knot. So we are going to learn a few different ways to do this. We're going to do 2 parts of the knot. The first one is the figure 8 knot, and then we'll go into the double figure 8, which might take a little practice. So make sure to grab, I have paracord with me, but you can use so many different things in your house. I have attempted to steal my sister's shoelace. That didn't work out so well, hence why I'm using paracord today. But if you are going to be using shoelaces from other people's shoes, please ask them first before you go and grab those. But you can use a shoelace, ribbon. Well, maybe not ribbon, doesn't work very well, but any type of string. It doesn't have to be thin like this. I like paracord because I use it in the backcountry for so much, but it's also great for learning how to tie knots. When you're rock climbing, you're going to be using a lot more thick material. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go into what I call my makerspace. So that's going to be right down here. When we are working with our knot, because actually I'm going to come back up real quick and show something real. Where's that water bottle? Here it is. So when we're rock climbing, we have our harness on, and on our harness, it goes right on our hips. That's what's going to hold us in just in case we fall. Our rope needs to get attached to the loop in front of our harness. So I'm using my water bottle as an example. It has this loop that's like the harness we wear when we're rock climbing. And what will happen is this rope is going to be attached way up top. And when you are attaching your rope to your harness, you're going to loop it through. So what happens is we only have one open side of the rope to work with. And that's why I have this all bundled up to simulate that. So you don't have to do it the way I do it. If you have a shorter rope, you can just use that. It doesn't matter. But I have mine all bundled up, so I only have an open end to simulate a real situation when we're rock climbing. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, we're going to go back into the makerspace. There we go. Excellent. All right, so we have our one side of the string over here. And the first step that we're going to do is we're going to create what I call Miss Alien Head. And so we're going to take the end of our string, take our one finger up here, so pinch that string, drop our finger about halfway here. I'm going to unroll my rope a bit. And then we are going to loop it down in half, like so. So we're creating Miss Alien Head. And I pinch the bottom here to create Miss Alien Head, but it's still flat against the surface that we're doing this at. And now she has an arm. Miss Alien Head has one arm. Hello, Girl Scouts. So that's the first step to creating the figure 8 knot. We have this nice loop. And now what's going to happen is Miss Alien Head with her open arm is going to wrap her arm or cross her arm over her body. And so now she's, I don't know, dancing, maybe pointing at something over here. But you're going to cross Miss Alien's arm over her body. And then she's going to go ahead and give herself a hug. And you're going to loop this end underneath her body. So now we have this loop, and we have created Miss Alien's arm going around her body and giving herself a hug. And then the last step here is her arm is going to poke her forehead right through the top of her head. And then once it's pulled through, you can pull it tight, and you have created your first figure 8 knot. Look at that. Nice figure 8 there. I'm going to do it one more time so that y'all can see. It's all undone. So create Miss Alien head here. We're going to pinch her so that she has an arm and a body. Here's her head. And she's going to wrap her arm around her body, across her body. And then her arm's going to loop back around, like so. And her arm can be pointing at you now. And then she's going to poke her forehead through and underneath the top of that half circle, and you pull it through. And now you have that figure 8 knot. Cool. Excellent job, Girl Scouts. You're doing great. This can be take a little while to figure out. So practice is key. You can pause the video and continue practicing and until you get it down. But I'm going to move on to the next step, which is the double figure 8 knot, or following through with that knot. So what I'm going to do, I've undone that first figure 8 knot. So I'm going to create the knot more so up on the rope. So I have more rope to work with back here. So it kind of goes out of the screen, but that's okay. So we're going to create Miss Alien head here. Again, we're going to do that first knot. Crosses her body, goes underneath, pokes Miss Alien's head, forehead. All right, it gets tied here. So now this is the fun part, creating that double figure 8 knot. And this is a stopper knot. And so what happens is if you do fall while rock climbing, this is what's going to hold you and your body onto the rope so that you don't fall all the way to the ground. So this is pretty big in safety. But what's going to happen now is you're going to follow through this knot. And you can see how you have at the bottom here, the end of the rope comes out here. You're going to pull to make a little bit of space right here. And then you're going to start following through. So this side or this end will go through, following back through the knot. So it goes under like so. And you want to keep a little bit of a ring back here. And then wrap it around like so. No, I don't know if I have enough rope to do this part. That's okay. Again, even people who can do this pretty easily can still struggle. And that's okay. That's what learning is all about. So following through with this knot. This is what that end product is going to look like. That beautiful double figure 8. And the reason why we learn it with only one end again is because that's all you'll be working with when climbing. But yeah, there it is. Your stopper knot. So this side would be looped into your harness so that if you do fall, it'll catch you. And that's that stopper knot. But we'll do it one more time. This follow through. So I'm going to undo this entire knot. So you can see one more time. And like I said before, this takes practice. And There's also, if this video doesn't work well for you, there's also so many videos out there about a figure eight knot. You know, one person's learning style is not the same as everyone else, so pick what works for you. So we're going to start off with that first figure eight knot. Cross over this alien head. She wraps herself around. Pokes through her head. All right. So now we have this nice figure eight knot. Now I'm going to come up actually, and I'm going to show you in a different view. We're going to try it with the water bottle. So I have my figure eight knot here. Put it off to the side. And it's going to go through the water bottle loop, and this will be your harness. So if you were to be doing this knot, it would be, and you had your harness on, it'd be out in front here. But then you can see this figure here as the rope goes behind and around, and then underneath and back around, it loops back up. That's that pattern that we're going to follow. So one more time, separate a bit of that gap so that you can have enough room to scooch the rope through. There we go. And pull it up. And then again, you're following it around. So you're going to wrap it around like so. Pull it down a little bit more. This angle is a little difficult to hold the rope, but maybe it'll help visually see where your rope is going. So it's wrapped around the back now. As you can see, the two rope strings are going back behind the rope on top. And then string it back through here. And then around the front. Create that open space. Again, up top like we did when we first started it. So you can see now you have an opening up here and slip it right through. And there's that stopper rope. So if you do fall, it'll hold you. Just like it's holding the water bottle. Really strong knot. Excellent. So this is what it looks like. Feel free to rewatch this video to help with the steps. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our counsel. There's also, like I said, so many resources online to help understand more of this knot, where it comes from, how it's used in climbing. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you took some time and some breaks for some tea or whatever you have in your mug, coffee, like me, and enjoy the rest of your day. Started off with a knot. Such a great way to start the day. All right, see you later, Girl Scouts. Until next Wednesday.